Jamal Nyers here with Kieran Farrell, who's got another stack show to announce for us. We're at your house, Kieran. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So June 22nd, Middleton Arena. We're calling it Hometown Glory. We've got 3 local lads on. Daryl Sharp, Kildare Ward, Connor Lynch. We've got Dylan Moran from Ireland, obviously, and we've got a local lad in on Lee Clayton from Haywood. So,
Right, let's break down these fights, starting with the first fight of the night.
first fight of the night. I'm not done no running order yet, but I say Lee Clayton, obviously, he's going to box Ricky Leach. It's just going to be a little 4-rounder, keep him busy, get another win on the record, and then we've got some plans for September. We're aiming for an area title, so that's the plan for September. Again, we could have that penciled in before it ends up boxing on the June 22nd. But yeah, I'm looking forward to him.
So Lee brought another belt to the People's Gym at the last show. How impressed were you with his performance last time?
Mate, it was punch perfect. He couldn't have done anything more right. You know what I mean? He'd been working with my brother now for the last 9 months, and mate, it was outstanding, mate. And they've put a lot of time in, you know what I mean, with each other, you know. So it was really nice to see him box well. And look, he boxed a game fighter, Edward Bajortland, come, and he always comes and brings it. And we've seen him in the past with George Brennan and stuff like that. And it was only recently Brian Phillips, my other fighter from Liverpool, who boxed him only last Saturday.
You've been a busy guy as it is. Like you said, Brian Phillips has just fought. I believe you had a fighter on the Lucas Brown, Dillian White undercard.
Yeah, we had 2 lads on there. Obviously, they're the away fighters now. Michael Orabin and Adam Williams, or Danny Williams. Them 2 lads, but they're boxing in the away corner, so they're just taking an opportunity. They don't have to sell tickets to get paid. It's guaranteed to get a 5-star hotel. Mate, we love it, you know what I mean? It's living a life. And, again, they both were defeated, but, I mean, Danny done really well. He knocked the guy down heavy in the first round, and look, it might be a defeat on his record again, but look, he put a good innings in for himself, and it's another story for the grandkids when he's older.
Has this first few months of the year been a perfect advertisement of why young up-and-coming fighters should join the gym? When you look at the events you've had you guys on,
it's not just the gym in Jamal, because look, we can't train everyone either, you know what I mean. So it's the old promotions. I'm looking just to do different things, and like I say, Jamal, we put a video announcement up last night. I never had that done for me, never ever in all 15 of my fights. We had the video announcement up. It got over 2,500 views. Now that's 2,500 people who know about an event, what's going on down at the Middleton Arena. The event is 1,000,000% gonna sell out. There's no doubt in my mind that it's not gonna sell out. And look, if we breaks it down and we start saying 1 in every 5 people bought a ticket who's seen that video last night, then we've got to sell out there, you know what I mean? But look, I'm trying to do different things. The video announcement, we're paying extra money to get posters done, and I got to say big shout out to Mawson Group. That's the reason why we can put the extra costs up, to get all the good stuff done. And we're trying to change the small game by doing a public workout and stuff like that. So we're gonna, we're on the ball with it all, and it's like I say, it's my life. I love it, and I'm hoping that I can rub it off on to the fighters who have signed.
We also have Dylan Moran on this card, who was in another really entertaining fight on the last card. How excited are you to see the growth of him?
Yeah, he's knocking people out at left, right, and centre, and look, it's like on the Village show, the Village Hotel show in February. He actually boxed a really durable guy, Kevin McCallin. He hammered him, and to be fair, Kevin did really good to survive them 4-3s. I didn't think he was going to see the final bell the way Dylan went out, but look, it's all a good learning curve for Dylan as well. And again, when he's stepping up in rounds like he is at June 22nd, 6-3s, he's going to move up to 6 rounds. He's got another tough, durable guy, James Gorman. It will show if he can get these guys out of there. Then it is showing everyone, is making real statements, and look, if he doesn't, it's not about knocking them out, it's about entertaining the crowd and winning. That's what it's all about, and that's what he's doing.
What's it like to have the atmosphere with the Irish crowd coming over when he fights.
Yeah, I love it, mate. I look at when I was over in Ireland myself, you know, you could see the passion of all the Irish fans and stuff like that. And you know, when they all come over from Waterford, you know, it adds that bit of atmosphere. You know what I mean? And say they bring the Irish flags and they're all singing, and it's always good, you know.
And we also have Daryl Sharp fighting on this bill. Can you explain what this fight means to him and the impact it's going to have on his career?
So Daryl's fighting Harry Matthews and he's stepping up in weight to super middleweight. He's been fighting. Daryl's been in with some. Obviously, everyone knows that Daryl boxes on the road, and you know he's a journeyman, and it's no disrespect by calling Daryl a journeyman. That's what he chose to do. He wanted to make some money, and that's what he's doing with the sport of boxing. Now it just shows what a fighter he is by winning a middleweight area title, and the second after that is he's going to box for the super middleweight area title. So you know, against Harry Matthews on June 22nd, that is just going to be a brawl in the hall. That's going to be a really good fight.
Is that the one you're most excited for?
Well, yeah. I'm excited about the old bill because it's a really good bill. Like I say, there's all good local fighters on, and they're all going to be in good scraps. And like say Daryl Sharp, for instance, Daryl's is a fighter and he deserves it, you know what I mean? And he's got the title shot. I've worked hard to get him the title shot. Got him the title shot at super middleweight. And I bet there's a million prospects out there. But to be fair, I know that there is a million prospects out there. Look, like thinking, well, I should be fighting for that. But at the end of the day, Daryl's fighting the best in the country week in, week out. And, you know, to be fair, he'd be beating half him if he was in the home corner, and that's the truth. But it's just the way the sport is. But he's been granted his shot by the Central Area Council. Can't thank him enough. And it's going to be on, mate. Sharp versus Matthews, June 22nd. Can't wait.
Is this start of a run of shows that are going to focus on more stacking it with quality more than
quantity?
Yeah, because it's what we talked about in the gym last week, where you've attempted to give the fight fans of the Northwest area too much of a good thing.
Yeah. No, regarding obviously it'd be minute if you could put on local shows every week, you know what I mean, and the lads were fighting every week, but you know it'd be too difficult and it's too hard to finance for the supporters to keep coming out, and because the money everyone has the price. Like you've got doctors, you got to pay £600 for some doctors. You got to pay medics, ambulances. You got to pay ring hire. You got to pay security. You got to pay venue hire. You got all this. You got to pay MCs. You got to pay all this. All this adds up to a lot of money. So the promoting side of things is like, look, you promote it all. Everyone's got a price, and the price of the ticket reflects in the price of everyone else's price, because that's all really covering everyone else's price, and then if there's money left over at the end of it, then you made some money, you know, as a promoter. Look, and I see a lot of promoters get a lot of grief saying, oh yeah, greedy promoter and stuff like that, but the promoter's always the last person to get paid, and that's if they get paid. So yeah, I think from your question, Jamal, we're going quality again rather than quantity, and that's what I said the plan was for this year. When I had the meeting with Jen Mason, who is my main sponsor, and he said, why don't you go for quality over quantity? And I said, look, that's what I wanted to do, you know. We had 10 shows last year. We've got no plans, no intentions of doing 10 shows this year. It's going to be more 5 shows, but we're going to have the quality. We're going to try and get like you say, the public workouts, all the razzmatazz and the glitz and glamour of a professional fighter. What people see on the teller is what we want to give to them on a smaller basis, you know, on the smaller circuit, and let them get that experience for when they do go to the bigger shows.
In terms of expanding throughout the country, what cities and venues are you looking at in the future?
For now, well, it's on a short-term basis, it's Manchester and Liverpool. Liverpool, we've not actually been there yet, but we have got some really good kids coming through. Brian Phillips again, look, I think he's 4-0 now, and he's flying. He's 4-0. He's boxed on 2 good cards now, 2 really good cards. Davies Jr. on the card, which were last week, mate, that was unreal. That was a really good card put together by Neil Marsh, and the Callum Smith undercard, which is a dream come true. That was his pro debut at the Callum Smith undercard. I couldn't have done a better job for him, really, regarding that debut. So I'm buzzing for him. He's doing well. I've got a lad called John Dring. He's going to come through as well in the Liverpool circuit, and Michael Walton signed with us as well. Jay Carner, my ex-fighter, he's actually training. Jay Carney had to retire this year due to medical purposes, but he's giving back again himself, and I think he took a leaf out my book and said, what, I'm not done with the game one. I still like it, and I want to pass it down to other fighters. So Liverpool, Manchester this year, and keep it local and keep the quality of shows going, and see where we are next year. And we're doing well. We're doing really well. I'd like to add as well, Conor Lynch for the Middleton Arena. Conor's been out with an hand injury, and he is going to be back on the 22nd of June. He's been. I left him for a few weeks, for a few months actually. I said, look, Conor, you're not going to be fighting now till June, June time. So let's not punch anything. Let's just do some shadow boxing. Let's run and let's get fit. And then by the time March come round, when the first week in March it was actually, I just said, look, it's March now. Let's start tapping a few bags and that. And then anyway, I didn't want him to rush into it and end up doing his handing and then not being able to box at all. So I think we've done good. And look, he's back, and he hopefully go 2-0 on the 22nd of June.
You also mentioned before off camera that you're actually going to take a step back as a trainer now. Can you explain the reason behind that decision? And does that mean also that at these shows we're not going to see you running around with your JD bag on anymore?
Yeah.
You're going to come suited and booted?
Hey, I'm going to come suited and booted, 100%. I'm sorry I not got dressed up today for the camera, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, I am going to come suited and booted. I think it's important as my role as manager promoter that I do come suited and booted, because if I'm being serious about the game, then at the end of the day I've got to be coming suited and booted, haven't you know what I mean?
Look. It was a unique
look.
Mate,
it was a good look. You know what? Look, I'm not gonna
rule it out forever.
I'm not ruling it out forever, because I'm always, it's like I say, I'm always in the gym and stuff like that, so you never know, I might just throw that JD bag back on, you know what I mean? But no, for now it's just the suit and the boot. I'm going to be sat there enjoying the show, and like I say, the lads are all working hard, and I'm seeing them on a daily basis, the lads who are in the gym anyway, and I'm always talking to the trainers of the lads who do manage, like in Liverpool and stuff like that. So I think it's just better all in all.
Does it make you think that you can grow even more as a promoter?
Like I say, to be fair, if I wasn't putting them times into the calls all the time, then I wouldn't be getting the opportunities what are coming about. Again, we were talking before, Jamal, Channel 5, May the 12th, Uwe Fury on the card. I was here in the morning. If I wasn't here, then if I wasn't here and I was in sessions doing my private training and all that, then I wouldn't have been able to take this call. And the call come, and it was like, can you put some lads on the undercard for Uwe Fury? I was like, of course I will, you know what I mean? I took it within an heartbeat, and George Brennan's on the box on there, Reece McMillan's on the box on there, and then a lad who's managed by Neil Marsh, Jake Barton, had a fantastic debut with him, must add last week. He only boxed Curtis Gagona, but he hammered him, and it was close to stopping him. He busted his face about, and he's shown true character as well. His arm come out of its socket, and you could see it actually come out its socket during the first round, and he was cringing looking at it. His arm was actually out of his socket, and then he sort of like got it, pushed it back in, and went to work, and I'm like, wow, that was something that. And then, like I say, we're trebling up with the left hooks to the body and stuff like that, and he's boxed out in the Rydal gym, trained with the good lads in there, and so like I say, Robbie Butler is been running that Rydal gym for a long time, and Dee Taggart, who used to train with me in Ireland, he's actually living over in the gym as well, so he's over there training him with him. He's got a good team behind him, and I think he'll go far as well in the future. So we've got them three lads, put them three lads on the show, Channel 5 May the 12th, and I think we discussed most of the lads who were on the June 22nd, but we didn't mention Kildare Ward, did we not?
This is the new fighter that you've signed.
Kildare Ward signed Kildare in February. We know him since a little boy, actually. He was always a good kid, and he got to a schoolboy final, representing England as an amateur, and you know, had a bit of time out of boxing. He actually had a birth of a daughter when he was 14 years old, believe it or not. So he had to grow up quick. He's only 22 now, and he's grew up quick. He's lived a lot of life. You know, like I said, everyone was talking before. Everyone's got a story. It's mad, and Kildare's another lad who's got a story, but he's a talented fighter, and you know, he's one of them sort of kids who likes a fight. You know what I mean? So you know, like, you're gonna have entertainment 100%, and he's got a big support. He's got a lot of people who follow Kildare, and you know, I'm excited for his pro debut. So subject to British Boxing Board of Control approval, but again, he's got his meeting with the British Boxing Board of Control on the 15th of April. Take it from there. Should be more than ready for June 22nd, and we're laughing then.
So you've got your own show, like you said, coming up in June. You've got an array of shows that your fighters are going to be fighting on. What is the buzz like around the gym at the moment?
Yeah, mate, it's like I say, the gym's where it all comes from as well, you know. Like, any time I have been down in the past, like last year when we put all them events on, like, it was times where I was like, well, it's a bit grim this, and I'd come back to the gym and I'd put the work back in the gym, and it sort of like rehabilitates me again, gets my head straight. And look, the gym's where it all happens, and the buzz around the gym is unreal, mate. Like I say, the lads who are working as well, like like you say, the journeymen who are signed. I don't stereotype no one. If they want to make money, they want to make money. If they want to become an unbeaten prospect, they become an unbeaten prospect. And I've signed. I've got lads who were met from amateur days, like Callum Hyde. He was boxed on my amateur show when I was first had my amateur show in 2014, and he signed with me, and he's boxed 7 times in the last 7 weeks. One of the promoters said to me, that must be some sort of record, that. And he's making money, he's happy, you know what I mean. And and the buzz around the whole Kieran Farrell promotion circle is massive, mate. It's big.
To put the spotlight on you for a second as an individual, it's pretty incomparable what you've achieved in, was it 3? This is your 3rd year now, with having Kieran Farrell Promotions up and running. Do you think people are starting to look at you in the country and take notice in the boxing world, whether it be a promoter or a fighter?
Yeah, I was saying there in one of my meetings, I said like my credibility in the sport of boxing and my reputation went sky high, where my bank balance went really low, you know what I mean. But then I said in the future, and I'm hoping that they both meet up, and I think that's what it's like, what it's like in life, really, you know. I think look, I work hard to put the cost up, and I'll get the cost back as well, you know what I mean. And that's what I'm trying to do with the promotion. And I think, like I say, people are looking and like, wow, it's some achievement. But it's like, again, as much as I like achieving things for myself, we've got lads at winning belts who like, it's like Lee Clayton, for instance. I known him since school. He never boxed at school. He just come to school, and I was boxing when I was age 7, for instance. So obviously I was a boxer when I was at school. I was an amateur boxer. And Lee was nothing to do with boxing, and Lee didn't do any boxing until 22. And for him to be at 28 years old, holding a professional title over his head, then he's massively overachieved, if you will. And if we can surpass that and get area titles, then he's equalled me as a fighter, winning an area title, and then the only step up from there is the English title, you know what I mean. And I actually have the English champion at bantamweight, Thomas Sombre. Won that in March. So mate, it's all going good, you know. And I think everyone's sat up and took notice that we are making waves in the boxing world.
I don't want to look too far ahead, but you know, you're a guy who thrives off success, and you have big dreams. You've always had big dreams, either as a competitor or as a promoter now. Do you want to walk away from this gig and say that you brought up a world champion?
I think it's hard to say that, because when I opened the gym, my ambition was to take a kid from the start and take him all the way through to world champion. And like I say, we've got kids in the gym, and like we'll have kids in the gym week by week, and it's whether they can stick at it, you know what I mean. Obviously, I'm 27 years old, and I'm only 27 years experience, you know what I mean. So for me to stay that, I don't actually know, you know. Look, it'd have to happen within time, you know what I mean, good time. And I think we are definitely putting the footings right now for the success in the future with whoever it may be, but it will happen, mate. It will happen. I know it will happen. Without a doubt in my mind, it will happen. And again, look, I don't want to just train one world champion or anything like that. Like I say, I'm managing and promoting now. You know, I just think if I can, it's the managing what I like to take serious. Like, you know, the promoting again, it's doing me the world of good with the getting the lads to where they need to be. And then there might be a time where I throw the towel in with the promoting. There might be a time where I go, you know what, I'm not into the managing. I want to make some real money and put some big events on them, do the MN Arena and stuff like that. So I don't actually know where life takes me, like it's going to take me at the minute, but I do know that I'm in a good position that I could go one or three ways: the training, the managing, or the promoting, and it's which way it's like I say, at the minute the training sort of tapered down, the managing's ramped itself up, and the promoting's ramped itself up. So I'm covering them two roles right at the minute properly, whereas the training I'm just going in having a laugh with the boys, and that's because I am one of the boys at the end of the day. I love it. I love training with the lads, and I love watching them and enjoying the workouts and that, and you know the serious stuff is done by our Nathan. So yeah. It's all good.
Well, I'm excited to see what the year holds for you. I'm excited for the show on June 22nd.
June the 22nd, mate.
June 22nd.
Hometown Glory, and it's going to be a good show, mate. So if you happen to not have a ticket now, you're gonna have to contact the lads because I'm already sold out. So
tell them one reason why they should make that trip.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. That's all I can say. It's just going to be an exciting night of boxing. And look, like I say, Daryl Sharp, Harry Matthews, it's going to be a 10-round war for as long as it lasts. And then all the other lads on the undercard and lasses, if I may add. I haven't been talking to a few people, and we might even have a female boxer on that bill as well. So it's going to be a good show.
It's exciting times. Well, thanks a lot for speaking to us, Kieran.
Sorry, nice. Cheers. Mate.